right, I think we're live. All right, I think we're live. All right, here we go. Hi, everybody. I am Jen Hines, and I'm so happy to be here with this live video, a coffee chat with you, talking about holidays that you want, right? So often we have holidays that everybody else wants, especially as us people pleasers. We tend to create holidays that everybody else wants, but for ourselves, our holidays kind of go by the wayside, right? So I'm here today as a life coach to kind of share a little bit more about how you can have the holiday that you want. So don't think I'm going to be able to go live on Instagram today because it's not connecting there. So for those of you that are new to my world, my name is Jen. I've transitioned from being a physical therapist to a coach after battling burnout in healthcare for over 20 plus years. Burnout and overwhelm. Life coaching was such a pivotal part of my own transformation, so much so that I became certified as a life and mindset coach so that I can help women just like I was, like you right now. I now have the tools and the wisdom and the experience to help you overcome people pleasing, procrastination, and really break those patterns while putting yourself back on your priority list, while learning how to say no with grace and confidence. And I'm so glad that you're here. Because today we're going to talk about, like I said, having the holiday season that you want, not the holiday season that everyone else expects. So let's get started and dive in. Because as people pleasers, so often, like I said, we do things for other people so much that sometimes we feel resentful, right? Sometimes we start to feel burned out and overwhelmed. And I've had so many different holidays where I give, serve, 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 serve. And at the end of the holiday season, I'm just exhausted and I didn't enjoy a single moment of it, right? So I want to make sure that if you are like, like I used to be, like a people pleaser, that you have the holiday that you want this holiday season. And with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, there's no better time than to dive in and make that happen for you today. So again, if you're someone who finds yourself saying yes too much, bending over backwards to make everybody else happy, feeling completely drained by the end of the holiday season, then this is for you, right? So let's talk about how we can approach the holidays differently this year. Number one, we're going to acknowledge the challenge, right? The holidays are supposed to be this magical time, but for a lot of us, it can feel more like a sprint, a marathon even of obligations. And there are family expectations, work parties, traditions, and let's be real, so much pressure to do all the things and do them perfectly. And if you're a people pleaser, it can feel like the weight of everyone else's happiness is on your shoulders. Does that sound familiar to anybody? But here's the thing, you can't pour for an empty cup, right? When you're so focused on meeting everybody else's needs, it's really easy to forget your own. And that's why today we're going to shift gears a little bit. Instead of just reacting to the holiday chaos, I want to show you how to set intentions and really reclaim your peace. How does that sound? So, what does it actually mean to set intentions? So setting intention actually means like getting clear on what matters to you, not what everyone expects from you, right? And there are so many expectations that come around the holiday season. There are lots of traditions, lots of rituals, lots of things that you have always done because that's what you've always done. It's what your parents did. It's what your parents before your parent, your grandparents did, and all those things. But really kind of figuring out what you want. And it's about making choices that align with your values and your priorities, right? Like your family, your nuclear family's priorities and values. And it's not about being selfish. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself for you and for the people you care about. So intentions are like your guidepost, right? They help you decide what's worth your energy and what's okay to let go of. But for people pleasers, it can feel a little uncomfortable at first because we're so used to saying yes to everything. But setting intentions gives you permission to prioritize your own joy and well-being. And when you do that, you'll actually have more to give others, right? And if you're a parent, by you doing that and prioritizing you also, it's giving them permission to do the same as they grow into adults, okay? So let's go over some simple steps about setting intentions for the holidays. And at the end, we're going to really kind of fine tune this by giving you some journaling prompts that you can do on your own when you have a little bit more time. So number one, we're going to reflect on what matters most to you, right? Ask yourself, like, what do you want this holiday season to feel like? What are the moments or the traditions that truly light you up? Write those down and let that be your compass for making all the decisions moving forward. Say no with grace. Next week's topic is going to be more about boundaries around the holidays and effectively communicating your intentions and your expectations. Um, but saying no is the hard part, right? Because when you set intentions, it really helps you say no to things that don't necessarily align with what you want. But just an example, and we'll go over more next week. For example, if your intention is to spend more quality time with your family, you might need to skip doing an extra cookie exchange that's going to have you stressed out, right? And you can say no, that's in a kind, loving way. You can say, thank you so much for thinking of me this year, but I'm slowing down a little bit and I'm going to have to pass. Grateful and firm, okay? Because words can be hard. So I'll say that again. Thank you so much for inviting me, but I'm focusing on slowing down this year, so I'm going to have to pass. Grateful and firm, okay? Number 3 is really creating space for rest and joy, okay? You don't have to fill every single moment of the holiday with plans, gifts, and to-dos. Leave room for things that make you happy, right? Whether that's curling up with a good book, whether it's doing a Christmas puzzle, or like playing games, or going for a walk around the neighborhood, taking a drive to look at holiday lights, or just even sitting by the fire with a cup of tea or a glass of wine. These moments are where the magic happens, right? And even if you have children, I promise you, you don't have to have them scheduled every single minute of their holiday break, okay? I know that's really hard for a lot of parents, myself included, to not have my kids have something to do to avoid screen time every single day. But again, remember that you're doing this to fill your cup so that you can be the best mom and parent that you can be for your kids moving forward. And again, you're also mirroring that behavior for your older children as they enter adulthood. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to give you some journaling prompts that you can just jot down. And for those of you watching the replay or on my email list, I'll also have these in an email list where you can download and write on the PDF. For those of you that are watching live in Facebook or on Instagram, the questions are going to be in the post itself, okay? So it can be hard to figure out what you want, right? Because so often as people pleasers for all of our life, we've done what everybody else wants. So when somebody asks you to think about what you want, you might not know right away, right? So journaling can really help tease that out. So journaling is a really powerful way to reflect and get clarity. So I'm just going to share these prompts with you again, that we're just going to kind of help you set intentions for your holidays coming up, right? So here they are. And again, they'll be in a PDF, in email, and also they'll be in the post of wherever you're watching this from. So number 1, what truly matters to me during the holidays, and how can I align my actions with these priorities? So reflect on what brings you joy, connection, and fulfillment. Write down ways to focus on those things while letting go of some unnecessary obligations. Number 2, what traditions or activities bring me the most joy, and how can I make them more intentional this year? Reflect on how to infuse meaning and purpose in those favorite holiday rituals or traditions, whether that's slowing down, including loved ones, or just savoring the moment for yourself. Number 3, what is one thing I can let go of to create a more peaceful season? Identify one expectation, commitment, or habit that no longer serves you and or your family, and letting go of just one thing can open up space for more ease and joy. Okay, take some time to sit with these questions. They're here to guide you to a more intentional, meaningful holiday season. And remember that this is not about perfection, it's about progress. Small shifts can lead to big changes, okay? So that's what I've got for you today. I hope that you gave you some encouragement for the holiday season coming up, and a little inspiration that this holiday season can be different for you, right? You don't have to do it all. You don't have to make everybody happy. When you take care of yourself and focus on what truly matters, you're not just giving yourself a gift, you're giving the people around you the best version of you. Okay? And if you found this helpful, or if there's other traditions or things you want to let go of, or traditions that you love that you want to share with somebody else, jot them down in the comments for me. And again, if you enjoyed this mini session, this is a topic we're diving in deep with in my mastermind. I would love to hop on what I'm calling my complimentary personalized life assessment session. It is free. It is a 30 to 45-minute phone conversation that you and I will have about what's going on in your life now, some struggles you might be having, and you'll leave that call with 3 to 4 things that you can do right now to start working on those struggles. What it's not going to be is a high pressure sales call, right? It's just a place for us to connect on the phone, see what you're struggling with, and really give you some things to do moving forward. And that may include working with me and my mastermind or my group coaching program or one-on-one. we can get some clarity on that. But regardless of if we decide working with me is the best option for you, you will leave that call with 3 to 4 things you can do right now. So if you're interested in that right now, you can comment call, CALL, wherever you're watching from. But regardless, if you want to do a call or not, check out these holiday intention settings and really let me know if they are how you're doing with them, right? Do the journaling, reach out to me if you have any questions or if something came up. But let's make this holiday season different. Let's make this the holiday season that you really want and you're going to enjoy. Have a great day.